Hello, welcome to my builds. These are the Sims we are building for today with a little bit of a sneak peek. So the family we are building for today, you saw them a little bit right then. They are a lesbian family. They're not all lesbian. Well, you don't know. They have a daughter, but so one of my friends was actually like, yeah, you should make a family and they're all based on fruits. So I decided to do that. The youngest daughter, who is the goth daughter, she is a teen. She is going through, maybe it's not a phase, I'm almost positive I did this build a while ago and I made these Sims a while ago. I'm almost positive she is based on a lime. So she's like a little sour, that's why she's gothic. She's seen, she's going through a quote unquote phase, if you want to think that way. The blonde mother is, I think, based on lemons. So she's she's a really like squished in face. I think she's adorable. And the other mom, I think, is based on cherries. That's why she has like a pink, like powered suit on. But she's also a little more, not a little more, but like a little less girly, which is interesting why that's one of like her very first outfit. So anyway, this house I am making, it's not quite a mansion, but it is a very, like a pretty large house, a pretty expensive house. And I'm very inspired by it's almost more natural as opposed to, I suppose, modern homes. It's definitely not modern, but I also wouldn't say it's traditional. I feel like it is inspired a lot by nature, as is with the dark colors for the windows, for the pillars, for the fences. As you can see, I'm going in with like a green. I think that contrast is really nice. This is almost like a cabin-y house, especially the exterior, with a nice, I really like the connecting balcony. I think it's really fun. And I also love doing, I don't know what this is called, but I love these things. I think they're really cute, especially with the new seasons when you put on like decorations for the house. I think that looks super cute. Excuse me, I ate a lot of very, very salty Qdoba chips, so my throat is a little salty. I don't really know. I'm gonna take a little sip of water. Stay hydrated, ladies. Ladies. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, ladies. Anyway, so I think the biggest thing about builds for me that has helped me a lot with building Sims houses recently is, in the past, I just like, oh, ignore that. In the past, I would just like go in, you know, kind of do what I felt like doing, but recently I've been pushing myself to basically like build the entire exterior at once. And honestly, I think that helps because it's more cohesive. And when I build, oh, I love these flowers. I love like putting in some green. That's what I'm saying. It's like this house could be in the middle of the woods, and I think it would fit really well there. I also really liked, and I'm kind of proud of these like pillars. I think it kind of makes the window, especially how they like lined up there. Did you see that? I like the pillars. I think they add more depth. Of course, the green is really light, and so the pillars kind of, put more accent on the house and give it something more interesting to look at. Like I said before, I haven't really been good at building exterior of homes. I think I often literally just like do it, and I put the windows on from the inside, like where I want the windows to be on the inside, and a lot of the time it looks really silly from the outside, and there's usually not enough detail. Like that's kind of why I went in with the pillars, because it makes it look like the outside had thought given to it. Now I'm putting in all the doors. I also really like that like little hallway with the double doors. I've never really done anything like that before, and I think it can separate spaces in the home. So yeah, I'm kind of going with this green theme. I really wanted to keep everything fairly natural, fairly inspired by the outdoors. I feel like that's the type of family all these ladies are. They definitely go camping all the time. They definitely believe in family bonding. They think that's so important. So do I. I've been camping since I was a little tiny babe, a little tiny babu. And what did I do for the kitchens? Oh, yeah. So that is the counter from Jungle Adventure, which I actually don't feel like I use too often. I also love this ginormous kitchen. I live for a good island, a good kitchen island. Um, I also really like that sink, but I also don't think it goes with a lot of things. Maybe because of its coloring, maybe because of the shape. It's kind of hard to put it in bathrooms, I think, because it doesn't really, oof, look at that. Anyone else try to like put in the I always use the end shelves in the middle, and I just kind of shift everything over so it goes, because I like variety in the shelves. I hate when it's literally just the like plain, I keep calling them shelves, the cabinets, the plain cabinets. I think it's a little boring. So I'm going with the blue here because I think um, the blue, I don't know, blue kitchens I'm kind of into. I know a lot of colorists will be like, yeah, you need to do like orange or red because it makes you hungry, which I guess is true. I don't know. But I've always loved just like blue anything, man. Blue is my favorite color. See, I'm doing that thing with the cabinets again because I just want there to be more dishes. This family needs more dishes. And I love that. I'm using a lot from the Islands Adventure, I'm realizing. That's also, oh, I got rid of it, but that was my favorite pattern. Ooh, I love that. I forgot I did that. I'm into it. Another thing with kitchens I think is really fun is when you separate the sink like that. I know normally in kitchens you'll like put the sink like on the counter spaces or around an island or something, but I think it's really interesting when you separate it. I just am trying to think of ways to kind of change things up. I've literally been playing The Sims for years and years and years and years and years. And one of my favorite parts is interior design, like just designing their houses. I love to make them move so I can design a new house. I love to renovate houses. That's honestly one of the most satisfying parts of this game for me. So when you kind of do something different or something unexpected, like put the sink outside of the thing, um, it gets a little more fun and honestly more real, because not all houses, hashtag not all houses, have sinks where you think they would go. I also love putting shelves. I love having shelves and putting all this crap on them. It makes the house look way more real. And I think it's fun. Curtains for real are the hardest part of builds for me. I mm, they just, it's really difficult. See, like, it's really difficult to find curtains that not only match or go with the build you're doing, but also to match the shape of the windows. Like, especially these curved windows, I swear have like two options, and they're all ugly. And for some reason all of the all of the curtains are ugly. What am I doing with that? Am I leaving that? Oh no. Hannah, please don't leave that. Please don't leave that curtain above that thing. Now I'm like judging my own building. um Fruit bowls are cute. We have a lot of fruit bowls for some reason. Um oh, and I love that herb thing. That came with laundry day pack, and I live for the herbs. I think it's because that sounded kind of bad. I don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Um, but I live for that herb thing because I do that on my own. Like, whenever I can make herbs like mint or sage or whatever survive, I will, like, that's how you dry them, you know? And I love a good jar of herbs. Don't take that out of context. Although, who would call, you know what, the devil's cabbage herbs? I guess I guess some people might. I had a lot of trouble with this living room setup. Like, this is ugly. Like, this is not, you're putting this, like, the middle of the walkway is where everything is right now. Don't worry, I change it. Also, I am in love with the purple from Seasons. I think it's amazing. Like, the purple in those chairs, the little purple bits in that rug, that's all from Seasons. I don't think we've had any colorways like that before Seasons, and I really love it. I also love that shelf. Oh, excuse my squeaking chair. I love that bookshelf as well, but I really, really wish it came in shorter versions because, you know, you have to have, I think, the middle height. What am I trying to do here with that? I guess that's okay. The middle height, like, doesn't, like, you can't put it in a small house, and it makes me sad because it's really fun and big. Yeah, so I'm using a lot of Seasons stuff here. I think it's very fun. Obviously, it goes together because it was made to go together. But I'm really, when something new comes out, it's really easy to play around with it. Also, I gave them this little pride flag, because they're lesbians and they love each other and they love women and blah, 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 blah. And they're big supporters of, obviously, the LGBT, movement, I guess, because, like, they are that. I was having so much trouble getting that plant where I wanted it to be. And now to just put a bunch of random crap on. Oh yeah, they have a cat. That's why I put that's why there are snacks for the little kitty right there. Let's try to populate this bookcase a little. I think as a family, they believe in reading, in wholesome activities, chess. They have a chessboard. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the dining room, and the dining room is my favorite room of the house, because I would love to dine in it. I would love to have it in my own home because of that wallpaper. Baby, I know we don't have other swatches, other colorways of that wallpaper. I really wish we did because I love it so much. The chips are coming back up the pipe, baby. I don't know, I'm saying baby a lot, but I I really wish we had other colors of that wallpaper because for real, I live for it and it makes me really happy. And I think it's really cute, especially for bedrooms because I think bedrooms are way easier to theme. But I really like this dining room. I'm really proud of this dining room because it turns out really cute. It's like, it literally is like straight from a cabin, and I think it's really fun. Like I said, this family they love family values. They are pretty outdoorsy, you know. I think they're not afraid to get down and in the dirt, and I feel like they love the outdoors enough that it kind of reflects into all of their living spaces. See, once again, the curtain's hard. Did I leave that? I'm into that. Okay. A little bit of darkness, you know, contrast. This room's also real cute. So this room and actually the room directly above it, which you will see, I love this dark purple wallpaper. The room directly above it, they are kind of on their own separate little like area. Like the room above it kind of makes this tower. I love that rug. I live for that rug. It is so pretty. I want that rug in my real house. I want a lot of the Sims stuff in my real house. I'd imagine not a lot of people coming here. I wanted to give it a little bit of character. You know, it is an old room. It's the old little library study nook. I imagine it's where the daughter comes to do her homework, where she wants to get away, to do some art. She's a little dramatic, so she needs some time alone. And we're just gonna do the bathroom really quick. Right here. Bathrooms are weird. It's hard for me to get into decorating bathrooms. Because they're kind of like utilitarian to the point where I kind of just do the same thing over and over again. There's not enough variety in the objects and what you can put in a bathroom, and normally they're small enough where like I just don't care. Yeah, here I just like, oh, rug. They need a rug here. And I don't know, I was trying to make that work, but this entry hallway a little underwhelming to me. I gotta put a little more work into it, but you know. Okay, so we are on to the second floor, which is super fun because that is the characters' personal bedrooms. So now I was trying to get a literal neon green for our lime babe, but that apparently is not like a color that exists in The Sims. Like there are like 4 objects in the whole Sims game that are neon green and none of them are wallpapers. I also kind of wanted her to have like a fun little door. I'd imagine she'd paint it herself. She is that babe. Yep, so she's also, you know, she supports her parents. She's been raised pretty liberally. She, you know, fucking thinks gay people should be able to get married and have normal lives and adopt, so she's very supportive of that. How she was, if she was adopted, if she was like, I don't know, their parents did some crazy, you know, had a surrogate egg, or not egg, like, you know, it doesn't matter. It's none of our business, really. Anyway, she is 18 at this point, and she is very goth. I really wanted this neon green. I had this vision that I could not exactly create in The Sims, but you know how The Sims go. You kind of have to work with it. Turn it into what you like. I really like her like candelabra. I think it's super cute. I also really like all of the black furniture up against the green wall. There, see, like that's the color. Like the color of that piano is the color I wanted for the walls. But you know the Sims, you can't. There is no create a sim, not create a sim, LOL. Create a style anymore. You can't just do whatever you want, which is boo. So the cat is going to live in her room, I think, a little bit. I think she's going to have a cute. She's also really into the Halloween aesthetic, as you can kind of tell with the what are they called? Oh my god, spider webs up in her room. So I think the black cat thing that we kind of looked at earlier. So okay, so the daughter, I wanted to make like a Wiccan. I wanted her to like celebrate witchcraft. So what I was trying to do right there was put like a kind of like an altar cloth on her on her oh my gosh, I cannot think, on her dresser. I was trying to give her like a little altar. That's what's like with the candles and stuff, but apparently you can't do that. Okay, on to the parents' room. So I definitely wanted to give them kind of a homey feel, and yes, I think they also have a slight like green kind of theme to their room, but it's a lot lighter, it's a lot breezier. I gave them a closet because closets are always fun, you know. Closets are weird in The Sims to me because I want people to have them, but they also can really close off a room if you're not planning the room to have a closet. Does that make sense? Like if you don't build the room in a way to have a closet, like if you have like if you're starting from scratch in The Sims and you're like actually playing the game, they're not practical a lot of the time because like, I don't know. So we're pulling in a lot of the themes of even really the downstairs. Excuse my squeaky chair. I think Miss Lemon would have this beautiful armoire, right? That's what that is. Like a vanity. A vanity in Midwestern speak. Is it armoire? They kind of have their separate little bits of cologne on there. And once again, lots of books and stuff. So, what room is this? Oh, the bathroom. I actually ended up really liking the upstairs bathroom. Like I said before, I don't think there's a lot of variation that can happen with bathrooms. Maybe that's just, you know, my own flaw in design, my own flaw in like not just having any creativity apparently. But I liked the shape of this, and I liked how I could put the bath in the middle of this little area. I thought it made it kind of, you know, more interesting, a little nicer, a little more thought out. And I love that like I don't know if they can actually watch the TV in the bathtub, but I really like to imagine they can. Excuse this little cut in. I got a couple texts and they kind of go straight to my computer, so even when I'm recording, they kind of show up. If I ever cut in to the video, that's what's happening. You probably didn't notice. Anyway, I really like doing this thing with the sink where you put shelves behind it and then you can kind of put stuff on those shelves. I think that's really fun. So I am actually really into the bathroom I just made. And so, yeah, what is this upper hallway? Oh, I'm going back with the purple, apparently. I know I make this, okay, I left for a second. I know I made this a little sitting area, maybe a little recreational area for the family to kind of hang out. There is a lot of space in this house, so, am I gonna do the thing? No. Sorry, I know my own design, and I know what I'm gonna do before I'm doing it. depending on the items I'm looking at. I don't think I end up going with this couch. Yeah, no. I do the other stuff from Seasons that also comes in purple. The purple I love. So I guess green and purple are the themes of this house, which I feel like are very, very earthy. They're jewel tones. Super cute, and honestly something I don't usually design with. I either do like very modern, or I'll do, oh, I also love this half wall. A half wall can make any space feel, you know, homey and good. So this room, obviously you saw, it's the two moms and their daughter. I thought that maybe upon playing, they would like to adopt another child, maybe a son, you know, one of the moms always wanted to have a son and raise him. So I made this cute little kids room. Obviously, anyone could change this to be like a little office or something, but I still wanted to play around with some of the colors. I really, really like the yellow in this room. I feel like yellow is a color I don't use a lot in The Sims, so it was kind of fun to be able to quote unquote get away with it for a kid's room, you know, because I feel like kids' rooms have a lot of color. You can get away with that. It doesn't feel like it's too much because it is for a kid, and I feel like a kiddo would really enjoy a little brightness, you know. Wake them up in the morning, get up for school, it's time for school, you little nugget. Cool. So now yay, it's this tiny room, which I love. I want one of these. This is kind of just a tiny little room for sitting, for reading, for getting away from the rest of your fam when you don't necessarily want to be hanging. Yeah, it's literally just, I think, just has like those two bookshelves and a chair. So it's a nice little reading room. I also feel like it is good. I think that would be a fun place to hang out like in the winter. Oh, or especially the fall. Right. So they have a cat and I totally forgot. So now I'm just kind of going back and putting it all in. So coming up, I think this is the finishing touches. I just finished this house and now here are the screenshots. Here's her room. I think it's so cute. I would want to live there. Other side. Really into the candelabra. These are the parents' room, also really cute. Kind of green, you know, still kind of the same idea, but a little brighter. There's a lot of green in the house, a lot of nature. Here is the kids' room. I think it's really cute. I think it's really bright. I love that weird little beanbag thing. There is a child screaming behind me. If you hear them, like, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my god, they are literally screaming. I almost hope you can hear them. This is, I love this shelf. The tiny little library, I think would be fun to study in. Apparently there are two very identical screenshots back to back. I'm just leaving it in. Here is the living area, which I think is also pretty adorable. Very comfy, very purple. More of that. Did I change that? Was that always the fall setting of that painting? Here's their backyard view. It's horribly ugly because I think it's like fall or winter or something. Here's the kitchen, which I actually really like those yellow curtains. Oh, and I did leave that weird curtain above that thing. Whatever. And this is the dining room that I am in love with. I think it's so cute. Oh my god. I love that wallpaper. And I actually really like this bathroom. I know I said I didn't know what to do with bathrooms, but I think this one turned out really luxurious. There's a lot of pictures of it. And finally, that is the final screenshot. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. These are the Sims that I built this house for. They're adorable. Subscribe, like, keep on watching.